Well, this is the inside of it after I got done doing wiring. As you can see, I've redid this wiring loom from here to the back to the lights in the back, and that comes out here. This is for the lighting. We've got an outtake that goes here over to the shifter, and that has the fuel pump wire, starter wire, and these wires here. These wires are for the line lock, and these wires here are for your reverse lights. And then I have another outtake further up on it, up here, and this is for the cooling fan. It's a ground. This is all your ignition power, and this is your accessories and gauges. But I'm sizing up this this dash, or this console here, see how to, if I can get it to fit it. I'm actually thinking I may be able to get that thing to fit in there. I'm going to have to do some modification to the console though. I cleaned it up, took it all apart and cleaned it up. If you can see that console, I may be able to get it to get this console to work. I'm going to have to get it to come down a little bit because it's hung up down here. I'm thinking if we trim this off right along here on both sides, we can get that thing to sit down further, and it might actually allow the shifter to have enough swing to actually work inside of there. I might have to do some modifications to it inside, a little I mean, it'll be permanent modifications. And then here's what I want to do with the switches. As you can see, I've modified the switches, or I changed them around a little bit. I cut a hole in one of them here so I could put a third switch right here. This will be our ignition switch, this will be our fuel switch, and this will be the switch that runs all your gauges and stuff. And then of course a starter button. Now here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to have to do some permanent modifications to the console. But what the hell, right? It's only out of a 66 SS Chevelle. And there's a harness that we're going to order that will plug into this that will allow me to use the some extra wiring that'll need to go up underneath and all that. But if you look, it looks like we may be able to make this fit without having to cut this thing up, because I don't want to do that. That thing is, it's cobbled together. I don't know, it's very integrated though. Integrated. I don't really want to mess with it if I can help it. Although I want to take these two switches here. One is your ignition switch. This is your ignition switch right here. This is your starter switch. And then this one over here is the switch that is your accessories for the gauges. And this is your fuel pump switch. I want to route this switch, and this switch to these three switches here. And as you can see, I took it all apart. I've taken this whole thing apart. And this comes out. See that? And that all comes apart. And that's what it looks like underneath. The only thing I haven't completely figured out yet is how we'll be able to manipulate the lockout, the reverse lockout. Although, when we get this console to sit down further, that lockout may actually be accessible. We'll just have to play it by ear, and if nothing else, we'll come up with some kind of modification for it. So anyways, that's my plan, boys. Okay, just gonna take a little peeky here, see what we got. This thing actually seems to fit in here. I had to do some modifications to it, but as you can see, trimmed it down, sits down nice low to the down low, and got full swing on the shifter, and then to put it up back in it, just like you have to reach down regardless, to you just reach in there and hit the thing, and it goes up into park in reverse. Trans brake, or line lock I mean, right there. Need to do some cleanup on this. Well, I got done wrestling this carpet around a bit. Kind of got it in there, as you can see. It obviously needs a bunch of trimming to fit the edges and stuff. But for the most part, I've got to move it around just a little bit, I think. Connor's in there. Of course, as you can see, I had to take the shifter out of it to get this thing to even go in there at all. Well, kind of got the carpet in a bit. Not fitted yet, really. But I got it in, and I got the hole cut where the shifter goes, so the carpet can go in with the shifter. Good. It's another, that was a little bit of a wrestling match right there. But anyways, that's what she looks like that way. Well, I got carpeting put in it. I got the console fit on it. And of course, I mounted all the switches in there. That's fuel pump, ignition and accessories, starter button, and this is your manual fan override right there. But I got it to fit. Carpeting, it's just mounted, it's just laid in there best as I could. I haven't fit it yet. I don't know exactly what how we're going to do on all that, but made some progress on it today. Well, got a little piece of business I need to do today. Gotta see if I can locate the holes for the seat belts for this driver's seat, at least, because it's going to need to be driven down to the front end shop, get the front end squared away on it. It doesn't seem loose, but it drives a little squirrely, so there may be something up front there that's going on, but I need to get this thing fired up. Turn the car on. Need to back it up a little bit. So let's see if we can get this thing fired up. And let's see here. Give it a little fuel pressure. Give it a little gas. Hear that? That's the vacuum motor for the brakes. Should go off in a few seconds here. There we go. Well, she's out. She's going to go on the road today. I'm going to take it over, drive it about 10 miles over to the office and let the boss man give it a bath. It needs a bath. It's been years. It's been years since it's had a bath. So that'll be good. Be a nice little test, about a 10-mile ride. So here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, here we go. Gonna get her fired up here. Head out, see if I can make it down to the office. So let's give it a whirl. I need a battery, I'll tell you that right now. So okay, boys, wish me luck.